right. Well, good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Conservation Commission and Inland Wetlands and Watercourse Agency meeting of January 19th, 2021 to order. And I will do the call to order. Let's say the roll call. We have Marjorie Winters, we have Jason Levy, Charles Haldeman, Jim Morrison, Don Eaton, and we have Tom Hazel as our agent, and Laura. And let's see, we've got new business, receipt of new applications. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Appointment of alternates. Charlie, would you like to seat sorry about that, Tom.
Yes.
Charlie, would you like to seat for the vacancy?
Sure.
I think we have a vacancy, yes. Sorry. Yes, Tom.
We've got nothing on the agenda other than a few dust-ups here. What I'm proposing is, first of all, our change to those October minutes before I forget. That was when Marjorie presented for the land trust and presented to her own board, and there was a complaint about presenting to her own board. The motions were missing from those minutes. I included for those minutes the motion that this was a regulated activity proposed by C. Haldeman. I'm sorry, I always want to put an R in your name. I apologize for that. Made the motion. Jay Levy, second, all voted in favor. Motion, there's not a significant impact. Same motions made by the same people, all voted in favor. Motion to delegate the application to the agent for approval. Same motion, same people. And then still the asterisk, due to the defect in the application, this is held until the next regularly scheduled meeting for a ruling. So basically that just cleans up a little housekeeping on those minutes. If you all would like to put a motion forward to accept those minutes as amended, I'll find them in the clerk's office.
I'll motion that we accept those minutes as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Okay, good. Put that cleaned up. And then we have the approval of the 2021.
Yeah, this one I'd like to explain to you just because coming from past positions in other towns, I realized that Simsbury was lacking in something, and that was the fact that they don't include their January of the following year on their agendas, for their calendars. And that causes a problem because technically by state statute, we don't have to file our minutes, our calendar schedule until January 31st of 2021 for the 2021 season. So if for some reason we don't have business to adopt minutes, which we already have, I keep saying minutes, calendar as we already have, we could always push into January. It gives us a little leeway, gives us 2 meetings to get business wrapped up if we don't have business. And then we don't have to call special meetings and people don't have to be concerned of why is this special. So basically the only thing I amended to the calendar for 2021 is I added the 2 January dates for 2022, which both meet the 2022 January 31st timeline for filing our calendar in the clerk's office. So the amendment is just two dates for January 2022. It's the standard operating procedure. In talking to staff, it's just been something that was never done and just kind of fell through the cracks. So we're cleaning it up on all boards right now. So if you'd like to adopt that, I would take a motion to adopt the addition of the month of January 2022's meetings to our 2021 calendar.
Hey Tom, I don't actually see the calendar in the Dropbox.
If you don't see the calendar,
it's attached to the agenda.
Second page.
So it's the second page on the agenda. Sorry.
That's okay.
And I actually have the calendar up on my phone. Let me make sure this is 2022. January 22, we'd be adding the January 4th, 2022 and January 18th, 2022. That would be the first and second Tuesday of the month. And that just allows us, again, a little slot to adopt the calendar next year if needed.
So do we have,
Sorry, one other question. The thing that we always forget to do is elect our officers.
Yes, we had a conversation about that.
I think that's supposed to be September. Is that right? I'm trying to look it up right now.
We were reviewing our bylaws, and my two commissions are the ZBA and the Conservation Commission, Wetlands Commission here. And one of them, the bylaws were not clear, but we'd be happy to review that. I don't think it's a pressing issue as far as controversy is concerned, considering our membership has been static. And if we don't have it, or Jim, you have something that can clarify that, we can adopt it to the agenda by majority. But
yeah, it's officers are elected for a 2-year term at the first meeting of the commission in September. So that would be
what I want to do, Jim, because we're past September, I want to check the meeting minutes because both Laura and I weren't here a year ago. And you guys probably know better than I do, but we'll check all the minutes. We'll dot all our I's, cross all our T's, and we'll revisit it at our next meeting if we need be. And then we'll just do it a little bit delayed. I don't think that'll be controversial for the public as far as.
I was looking at our 2021 calendar and thinking that we should add a reminder for that meeting in September.
Oh, bonus. Yeah. I'll make sure to make note of that. And, I'll pre-draft an agenda or something, or put a reminder in my calendar that this month we need to do that. And we'll try for the earliest meeting in September. And if we don't have business, we'll go to the later meeting in September.
There's only one meeting in September.
So September 2021 election. Okay, you got better notes than I have in my office, so I will take that to heart and we'll do all the research and I will make note of that. But at this point, we just need a motion to adopt the amended calendar for the 2021 meeting season.
Who'd like to make that motion? Anybody?
I'll move we adopt the calendar as stated.
All right.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And any opposed? Okay, good. Phew. All right. And then, and Jim, thank you for getting that information. I thought it was in September too. And I think we're due. So we actually were having that discussion before the meeting started.
Yeah, Jim, I might reach out for you to see what documents you got on that, because like I said, it's either the ZBA or the wetlands that one of them wasn't clear in there. If I find that it's not clear for this, I'd like to know what documentation you have, just so I can bring it in-house and then we can continue to use it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other than that, I don't really have any updates for you. I've had a couple people inquiring about doing some pond maintenance, maybe dredging because of siltation and stuff. So just to bear it in mind, I know that you've dealt with that in the past. When I started here, there was a project up in the northwest corner of town that had a dredging project that was approved through the commission. Just to keep it in your mind that there have been a couple of people asking about that, so that might pop up in the near future, in the next year. So.
All right. And any correspondence?
Haven't heard from anybody, quite frankly. It's winter and it's been slow.
Okay.
So.
I'd just like to report that the Open Space Committee is working on trying to come up with an RFP and guideline document for their farmland, for farm lease. Up until this point, we really haven't had much that had any sort of suggestions for how to farm on the land in this town. And I know the working group's going to be working on that tomorrow. So hopefully after that, I'd like to bring it back before this commission. just to look at it, or at least know what's going on in that.
Yeah.
And if you
And
have,
good for the conservation side to put any input that they wanted.
yeah. All right. And that's all I have. Anyone else have anything that they?
Just a brief note. We are moving forward with home addition plans, and there is mapped wetlands according to the GIS on my property. Just at some point in the near future, I'd like clarification for how we handle that, because I'm on this commission.
Don't do
Jason, if you'd like to coordinate with me,
Okay.
I'd be happy to have that conversation. More heads in the room, may it be your wife, significant other, whomever,
Okay.
and your contractor presenting, you
Okay.
might be able to avoid. I don't think there'd be much of an issue if you're involved answering any technical questions, but just to have more heads in the room would probably be a little more above board, considering the blowback that we had about the parking lot, which was whatever. But
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're above board.
yeah, it's a situation I've run into before. It just depends on who's watching and who wants to say what. But
Yeah.
we'll take care of that. And as you go through the process, you and I are going to have to talk anyway. So
Okay.
we'll make sure everything's
Yeah, we're
I's dotted and T's are crossed.
probably a couple months away from permits. So plans are being worked on after tomorrow. So
Okay,
we're a little ways away, but
no problem.
we're inching closer.
exciting. All right. So since there is